this story actually has a name. And this story is called Half a Hot Dog Story. So, all right, so I had a client, and she came in after her second session, and she was happy. She had lost a couple pounds, but she wasn't quite sure about something. She said, Eric, I want to tell you something that happened, and maybe you can help me understand it. And so I said, okay, well, what happened? And she told me a story. She went to her grandson's birthday party. Now, at little people's birthday parties, they usually serve easy food, right? So it's like pizza, hot dogs, what'd you say? Chicken nuggets, right. Yeah, it's not really all that sophisticated food. So she's practicing mindful eating. They're serving hot dogs. It's in the summer. She has a hot dog, and she eats half of her hot dog. And she sits her hot dog down, and her half a hot dog is sitting there on the plate. So she's looking at half a hot dog, and she's like, am I hungry? And she realized she's not. She's not hungry. But then she hears a voice in her head. Actually, it wasn't the hot dog talking to her. It was her mother. It was her mother's voice. And her mother's voice said, finish the food on your plate. And she said it was really remarkable because she was aware of it this time. And what you guys will learn through this process, a big part of this, is awareness. Rather than just kind of mindlessly eating, wondering where in the world all those chips went. There was a bag of them there at one point, and now you have an empty bag. It's awareness. And so she recognized that she had heard her mom's voice in her head, clean your plate. But there's an interesting twist to this story. You see, her mom is no longer alive. And so when she heard that story, it was a little bittersweet. And she was sad. And she got this image in her head of her mom standing in the kitchen, finish your plate, clean your plate. And based on what she and I had been talking about and working on, eating when you're actually hungry, and how when we're little our parents tell us these things to do to help us grow up big and strong and be healthy, but we can discard those old ways of eating, it all clicked for her. She realized, you know what, my mom doesn't want me to eat this other half a hot dog. She wants me to be happy. And so she threw her half a hot dog away. And she had a really interesting experience because her mother loved to dance. Her mother and her father danced together all the time. And so when she threw that second half a hot dog away, what her subconscious gave her, like as an image in her head, was her mom laughing, smiling at her, and dancing up in heaven, because she got it. She understood how to make that transition from an old way of thinking and eating that she used to do when she was little to a new way, an upgraded and adult, grown-up way of eating. And then she went on to tell me that she had one of the best times at this party. Why? Because there was no, there was no guilty residue. She didn't end the party having fun seeing her grandson and him grow up and all of those things, but also with that heaviness, that guilty residue that often comes when we do something like that, right? And so she said it was one of the best parties that she had been to because she ate the half a hot dog. She had kind of this cool experience, and then she didn't feel bad later. And I think it's very common. As a matter of fact, I get a lot of clients who report to me that because they're eating healthier, they're enjoying their life more in general now because there is none of that guilty residue. So it's not just about losing the weight and feeling better. It's like this emotional lightness. It's like all of this stress and guilt and all of this stuff just isn't there anymore. So they just feel better.